Okay, the next thing that we're going to get into is what's called the text properties, and this is where you have add a text box. This is really exciting. This is where you can put all types of text in there. What I would highly recommend, obviously, if you're working along the timeline here, here's the scrubber. If you're coming around this part here, and say I want to add a text box right here, right on the bottom. Say it's a website URL. All I would do is come here and I would either click on here for adding a text box, or I would click on add text box. Or I can come back here and I can add a text box right here too. Okay, but this is the text box here. I can click on there. I can move that around, as you can see. Let me just unsnap this. It's kind of hard to move around a little bit. Where is this snapping? Let me just unsnap that. See, when I unsnap that, I can just move that around a lot easier. Now here I can obviously come here and I can highlight that, make sure that's highlighted, and I can change the size. I can change the size, to 36, the text, and what have you. I can make it a lot bigger. I can add more text in there. Just start typing. Text, goes here. But let me put a domain on there. Video.com. And obviously you want to click on there, and I can kind of make that bigger here, draw that out, and move that at the bottom. And what I can do, I always recommend some type of opacity. Here's the solid colors, but you can change the fonts, a lot of different fonts, impact, or what have you. And all the different fonts are available to you. Okay, I can stretch it a little bit more. All right, stretch it. And obviously, you can have an outline around it, and maybe a little bit not so heavy right there. I can change the colors of the outline, maybe make it red. See that? That's pretty cool. And maybe I can, for the backdrop, I can have it as a solid color or an image fill. I can put an image as the background, which I don't have any images on here, but I can easily do that. So that there's an image. See inside the D, I can put an image inside there. It really is that easy. And just go image, and you pick your image, and go from there. Okay, here I'm going to obviously, this is the backdrop, so I can use an image for that as well. I simply go choose and pick your image. Okay. I'm going to come here and make this a little bit more solid color, and I'm going to click on there and maybe make it a gray like that. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the opacity. That's the outline. The opacity, I'm going to center it. There's the margin. I can make that bigger or smaller. For the margin, I can make it more round. See it's how it's more rounded borders there. I want to change that. And if I have this right here, I cannot see any of the words behind it. What I recommend is having the opacity. So you simply would click on the color, and this little box comes up right here. And let me just drag this over here. And it says opacity right here. So I can bring that so that you can see the background. See how you can see the background now? It's a little bit gray, but it's also, you can see the background. That's what I'd recommend. Whenever you're putting URLs or so forth, you can see the background. Let me just go right here, and Okay, that's what I'd recommend. You change the color there. See that? And I can change the opacity. See that? So that's how you work with that. And if I wanted to add another text box, I can do that, and so forth. I can have it stretch this. I can have this text box go for the entire length of the clip. I can end it right here, and I can change the scrubber, and I can add another text box. Now you'll see how it
Wales.
all of a sudden it goes away real fast.
Wales.
Obviously, I can come in here. I can right click, and I can end. It says add an ending transition. See that? And if I click on there, I can add what type of transition I want. I can have it melt right in, and also right here I can right click and add a starting transition. See that? And I click on there, I can have it melt right in. So now if I bring the scrubber over here like that, and play.
An urgent appeal from Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales.
And I can obviously make that bigger or smaller, however I want. See that? I got a Skype happening here. Okay. Now it's got a longer transition, and there's a couple different ones here.
I'm just going to read this. It says, please read.
See how
urgent
that
appeal
transition?
from Wikipedia founder Jimmy Wales.
Okay, melt. Okay. So now we're going to, after this, we're going to go and we're going to go into the media properties.